everyone, it's Rachel from Desert Blossom Crafts, and today we are talking about increases. Now, I remember when I first started to crochet, seeing in a crochet book the abbreviation INC, and I did not know what the heck it meant, so I thought I'd create a quick video, quick tip for anyone who may be a little confused by that. You may be making a circle and be wondering why it will not stay flat. That's where increases come in. We're going to talk all about that in today's video. I'm going to share my best tips and tricks, so let's dive right in. By the way, if you haven't met me, like I said, my name is Rachel. I am a new mom, I'm a Christian, and I share mainly crochet here on my channel, but I also have a newsletter where I share scripture, crochet tips, mom inspiration, all that sorts of stuff. So if that's who you are, I would love if you stick around and subscribe and check out the newsletter. That will be in the description below. But most of all, I'm just glad to meet you, so let's dive right in. So you've probably already figured out by now that the abbreviation INC stands for increase. So let's talk a little bit about this. Here I have just a few rows of single crochet. There's just 4 stitches here. 1, 2, 3, 4. But when we increase, we're going to increase the amount of stitches that are in this row. So I'm going to chain 1 and turn and show you this. So if I were to increase in this very first stitch, I would do 1 single crochet like normal, and then I would just put my hook back into that same exact space I started in before and do yet another stitch. So now I have 2 in the same space, and you can kind of see this because you can see there's a little bit of a bigger hole there, and you can see both of those stitches, see the bottoms of them are in that same hole. Now if I do just a regular stitch, I'm doing 1 and then I'm doing the next one in the next space. But for an increase, you're doing it in the same space. So the same exact point where the bottom of this stitch goes, you're putting your hook down in there. And if I were to increase in all of these stitches, I would go from having 4 stitches to 8 stitches, and you can see how the work just bows outward when you increase. So this is how you shape tons of different things in crochet. Instead of just having back and forth rows, increases help shape the project in lots of different directions. So let's now talk about this as far as a circle goes. So I'm going to do a quick magic ring. If you're unsure how to do this, I do have a full video about it, and how to crochet into it and all that stuff. So I'm going to do 6 single crochets into this ring. I'm going to tighten it. One, 2, 3, 4, 5. I missed one, so I'm going to do one more. And circles, how you crochet a flat circle is actually by increasing. So if I were to just work single stitches in each one of these, no increases, let me show you what would happen. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You can see with just 1 round of no increases, the work is already curling up. And this, if you kept going around and around like this, you would form a tube of crocheting. But if you want a flat circle, you're going to have to increase the stitches. So let me show you what that looks like on a circle. So we're going to take those out. We still have our 6 stitches, but this time we're going to do 1 into the first stitch and then another 1 into the same stitch. And there's our increase. You can kind of see it looks different when you have an increase because both the stitches kind of come down into that same hole. And for a circle, you're actually going to increase into every stitch on this first round. So 1, 2, again, here's the next stitch. We're doing our first single crochet, and our second single crochet, we're sticking right back into that same hole. So my baby started crying and I'm gonna have to cut this a little bit short, but if you have questions about this, let me know in the comments. Like I said, I did an increase here just a little bit quicker in every stitch, and you can see now my circle is perfectly flat, which is what we want when we're doing a beanie or a coaster. So in the next video, we'll talk about how to continue going in a flat circle around and around. But I hope this gave you some clarity on what an increase is. If you like this video, make sure to come subscribe. I hope you guys like this kind of short tip series. If you have any things that could be made into a quick video, like a quick tip, a quick question you have about crocheting, leave it in the comments and I'll consider it for a video idea. I just can't do long tutorials now that I have a baby, but I would love to do some more quick ones like this. So let me know. See you in the next one. Bye.